Coral reefs are one of the most important and diverse ecosystems on the planet. They provide habitat, food, and protection for thousands of marine species, as well as benefits for millions of people who depend on them for tourism, fishing, medicine, and coastal defense. But coral reefs are dying at an alarming rate, and we are the ones responsible. The main cause of coral reef decline is climate change. As the global temperature rises, the oceans become warmer and more acidic, which stresses the corals and makes them expel the algae that live inside them and give them color. This is called coral bleaching, and it can lead to coral death if it happens too often or too long. According to a recent study, coral reef coverage has fallen by 50% in the half-century from 1957 to 2007, and it could decrease by another 70 to 90% by 2050 if we don't limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. But climate change is not the only threat to coral reefs. They also face local pressures from human activities, such as overfishing, pollution, coastal development, and sedimentation. These factors reduce the resilience of coral reefs and make them more vulnerable to diseases, invasive species, and storms. For example, overfishing can remove herbivorous fish that keep algae in check, allowing them to overgrow and smother corals. Pollution can introduce harmful chemicals and nutrients that affect coral health and growth. Coastal development can destroy or damage coral habitats and increase sediment levels that block sunlight and reduce photosynthesis. The coral reef crisis is not only a tragedy for nature, but also for humanity. Coral reefs provide us with many ecosystem services that are worth billions of dollars every year. They support fisheries that feed hundreds of millions of people. They attract tourists that generate income and jobs for local communities. They store carbon that helps mitigate climate change. Coral also produces compounds that have potential for medical applications. And they buffer shorelines from erosion and flooding caused by waves and storms. If we lose coral reefs, we lose all these benefits and more. We also lose a source of beauty, wonder, and inspiration that enriches our lives and culture. That's why we need to act now to save coral reefs before it's too late.